Hey, my name is Phil from legitmarketingreviews.com, and in this video, we're going to look at a very popular WordPress plugin called wpreset. Now, in this wpreset review, I'm going to show you exactly what this tool does, how it actually works, and by the end of this video, you should know if it's right for you. And just before we get started, if you do decide to get started with wpreset, there is also a secret lifetime deal where you can get the premium features at a one-time price, and I've left the link in the description so you can go ahead and check that out. Okay, so first of all, what is wpreset? Well, as the name suggests, it is a WordPress plugin that allows you to reset certain parts of your website back to an earlier version. Now, there is a free and a premium version of this plugin. The free allows you to reset your entire WordPress website back into a standard WordPress install, where the premium allows you to reset certain elements inside of your website to earlier snapshots. So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to explain it, I'm going to go behind the screen and show you how wpreset works. Okay, so first of all, let's start here at the wpreset website. What I want to run through is the different features inside of the software. I'm also going to run through the different pricing, and then I'm going to show you the lifetime deal, and then we'll actually go behind the live site and start playing with it. So first of all, if I come to the features, it's going to show us a quick comparison of the free versus pro as well, just so you know what you're in for. So on the free, you get to have a complete site reset. You can also reset the theme options as well as delete transients. You can also delete themes, plugins, and an uploads folder, and you get to empty your tables, delete custom tables, delete your htaccess file, as well as your screenshots. Now, there's also support via the community forum for the free plan, but apart from that, that's all you're allowed. Now, if you decide to get the pro plan, this is where you can actually start choosing which parts of your site you want to reset. This is perfect for people that are customizing their own websites. If you go ahead and save a version of it, change a few things, but then it turns really terrible, you can simply just go back to the earlier snapshot and everything's going to be fine. So let's have a quick look. So we've got options reset. This is really good if you change certain parts of your website because you can easily change it back. We've got what's called a nuclear site reset. This is going to destroy everything but keep all your settings available if you need them. We've also got deleting user roles. We've also got things like purging cache, as well as local data, content, widgets, and you've also got MU plugins, and drop-ins. We then have different versions of WordPress. For example, WordPress 5.9 was just released and it had so many big changes in it. This is going to allow you to quickly switch back if your site isn't running as good as it was. Then we also have these other things, like you have the option to store your snapshots, which is like sort of like backups, but just for your settings, and you can save them in the wpreset cloud, right? So you don't have to keep them on your own computer. You can also put them in Dropbox, Google Drive, and on pCloud. And then you've got a load of other bits and pieces as well as white labeling and having a license manager. So there's plenty of information inside of here. If you ever get stuck to, you get the priority support via email. So if you were to use it, I'd probably say most people are going to gravitate towards the pro plan because yes, it is going to give you so much more features. The only features you really get on the free is the ability to reset your entire site. So let's now have a look at the pricing, and then I'll quickly show you the lifetime deal. So if we scroll down here, you'll see there's three different ones. This is actually the lifetime deal here, which we'll go through in just a moment. But the personal plan is one site license, and you get the ability to have pretty much everything that you need. You won't need anything like license manager or white labeling on just one site. $39 a year. Or we've got the agency, which is 100 site licenses, slightly higher, and you also get a license manager and white label functionality, which is great if you have multiple clients. You can also add this as a package. And then like you can see here, $49, you can actually get a lifetime deal by AppSumo. And we'll go ahead and explore this a little bit further. Once again, the link to this is down in the description. And if we see what we can actually get, you're allowed to have 5 site licenses. You can also have 5 cloud site licenses, so you can back up all of your information on the cloud for 5 sites. You also get 2 gig of storage, and that's for each site, so you get 10 gigabytes in total, plus you get all of the premium features like white labeling and license managing. So you get everything inside of here. 49 bucks. It's absolute steal compared to the $39 per year you would pay for a single license. So go ahead and check it out. So what I'm going to do right now is log into my dashboard and show you what you can expect with WP Reset. Okay, so here is a demo website I've just created. This is what it looks like at the moment. Now I've gone ahead and installed the free version of WP Reset just to show you what you can expect if you go to use it. Now if we come down, once you go to Tools, WP Reset, this is what you're going to see. We've got here 3 different lines of options that you can use. So we've got the options reset, we've got the site reset, and we've also got the nuclear reset. You'll see 2 of them are Pro Tools. And if we have a look what's inside here, it shows you what's going to be deleted and what's not going to be deleted. So if we go ahead and use the site reset, it's going to delete all of our posts, pages, and custom types. It's also going to delete all our comments, our media, users, user roles, widgets, transients, settings, and also our WP tables, all our data in there, and our custom database, right? So it is going to take away a lot of things. Now the ticks, it's going to keep your media files, it's going to keep your user, it's also going to keep your language, your web information, and also all of these other themes and plugins and bits and pieces as well. So you can see it's going to reset pretty much all of your customizations. It's going to reset all of your posts and pages, everything like that, but it's going to leave your username and your user access as well as your site information. Now, if you want to know what the nuclear reset is, basically it's going to blast everything inside of it except your databases, your site title, as well as your user. But then we have what's called the options reset, which is once again a pro feature, which allows you just to choose certain things that you want to delete. So what I'm going to do just to show you how the free version works is come to snapshots here. And what you want to do is create a snapshot, and this description, I'm just going to call this the YouTube demo free. Okay, and click on create snapshot. And basically what this is going to do is create a sort of separate file that has all of your settings inside of it. So if you did decide to use the free version and delete everything inside of it, if you instantly got regret and you want to bring it back, you can actually use this. Now this is not an entire backup for your website. This is just all of the customizations that are deleted. So let me show you how it works. If I go to WP Reset, the reset page, if I come down and then click here, reactivate WP Reset plugin. And if I type in here reset and click reset site, what it's actually going to do is delete the entire site. And now all I'm going to be left with is pretty much a brand new one. So if I go ahead and check it out now, so I'll go ahead and visit the site. What you'll see, this is just a fresh WordPress install, and it was once this, okay? So now I've got a fresh install and I can go ahead and start again from scratch. Now, if you instantly got that FOMO that I was talking about, if you instantly regretted doing it, what you can do is actually come back to snapshots, and you can come back to that free one that I just talked about that we created, and then go ahead, click on restore snapshot, and you can go ahead and restore it. So if you go back to your website one more time, it's actually gone back to the original, right? It is going to log you out as well. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and log back in like so, and everything is back to normal. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go to my WP Reset dashboard and actually download the Pro plugin like it is down here. I'm also going to go to my dashboard and get my license key, which you will probably see is going to be blanked out once this page loads. So you'll probably see a little bit missing right now. But what I'm going to do is come to WordPress, add a new plugin. Okay. And I'm going to upload a plugin and I'm going to drag it in like so. Click on install and then activate that once it's all good to go. Replace. You can see there's a massive version update as well. Okay, so now it's removed the free one, added the new one, and if I come to Tools, WP Reset, it's going to ask for my license key, which I'm going to paste in like so. Once again, you might see it all blanked out. Save and activate license. Okay, so that has now all been done. So if I come to reset and I come down, you can see we now have the ability for options reset as well as the nucleus site reset. So we're good to go. So what I'm going to do is actually just close this little box here, and I'm going to go to tools. Now inside here, we've got all of the different options, right? We've got the index of tools. If you want to know exactly what each individual sort of feature does, you can come inside here and it's going to explain it. But we have just some basic ones, right? Reset theme options. We can delete transients. We can purge cache. We can delete all the local data, and we can also reset user roles, delete content, delete widgets, delete themes, delete plugins, delete MU plugins and drop-ins, and so forth. Everything is inside of here. Now, if, for example, you updated your WordPress, if it doesn't work the way it should, what you can do is just come inside here and choose the version you want, right, and then go switch WordPress version, and it's quickly going to change it for you. This is going to be a big one, especially because, you know, WordPress 5.9 has changed so many things. I know a lot of plugins aren't quite as ready. If you need to reset your .htaccess file, sometimes if it doesn't quite run as it's supposed to, you can easily do this and it's going to restore a brand new one. This is one of those files that can be recreated very easily. And then we've got all of this other information as well. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and create a new snapshot, right? So now that we have the new snapshot, I'm going to call this the demo pro, okay? And we can go ahead and start resetting some things. Okay, so that is now done. We have the new Pro version. You can see there's only a few files difference between them. It is slightly bigger as well, but the main features once again is inside of the Pro plugin itself. So let's go ahead and start playing with a few things. So if I come to tools here, if I come down, we've got first of all reset theme options. Now if I go to my live website, this is what it currently looks like, but let's just say I've been playing with all of the theme options like the menus and, you know, different spacing and things like that, and I'm just like, oh man, I've ruined it. What I can actually do is reset it back to its original state so we can go and play with it again. So I'm going to click reset theme options. Now the good thing about this is every time you do actually reset some options, it is going to also take a new snapshot. This is a backup, so just in case you do too many modifications or you forget to create a snapshot, it's going to create one for you. It's a really good safety feature. I believe it's probably going to save a few people from some big headaches, you know, over time. It doesn't take long either, maybe 30 seconds max to actually do it. So as you can see, we're all done. Two options for two themes have been reset. So now if I go to my demo page, this is what it currently looks like. If I go ahead, purge the cache from this page, you can see it has now given us this crazy long menu, which is the default one that you can use, and then you can go ahead and start customizing it. So that's the first sort of part. This is great too if you're playing with custom CSS, all of that sort of thing, and you sort of get yourself confused if you've been adding script and code into particular files. This is just going to save you by bringing back everything to default. So that is resetting theme options. It's really good. To be honest, I'm not even too sure what transients are. I'm going to have to look into it, but we have, of course, purge cache here. If you ever create any changes, purging the cache is really good because it's going to just change all of your existing customizations that you've made to other people's cookies, browsers, things like that, and it's going to clear them and create fresh ones. Then if we keep coming down, we also have things like user roles. If your user roles have been changed without your authority, you can go ahead and reset them. We've also got things like deleting your content, deleting your widgets, if you've added some widgets and maybe they're conflicting, things like that. We've also got different plugins. If your website isn't running at all, you can easily come in here and delete the plugins. We've also got the MU plugins, which I know sometimes cause a lot of trouble. Cleaning the WP content folder is also a very good thing to do because a lot of time if hackers are going to hack into your website, what they're going to do is upload their own files into your WP content folder. So if you clean that, it's going to go ahead and fix things quite nicely. And if you come down, there's also the WordPress switcher and the htaccess. So there's plenty inside of here. If you come to collections as well, you can also create your own collections. If every time you want to reset it, you want certain things to be added, what you can do is create your own collections inside of here, just so it always takes it back to a version that you want. So that's pretty much it, guys. WP Reset is amazing, especially if you are developing your own website or creating it for clients, because it creates sort of like a floor that you can always go back to. So if you are changing something, go ahead, create a snapshot, go ahead, change the customizations. If it doesn't work out, just take it back a few steps to where you originally were with your snapshot, and everything is going to be fine. You can also have support here if you need to. Things like enabling emergency recovery script. What this means is if your website doesn't work, you can easily use the emergency recovery script to get into your site, right? So here's a password for it as well. So if it does happen, you can easily get in. And there's also the contact support button. So that's pretty much it, guys. It is a big safety net, especially if you are developing sites for clients. It's just going to save you tons of time. I personally love the collections because if you know what plugins you're going to be using, what theme you're going to be using, then instead of having to reset the entire site, you can just go back to a preloaded collection of it. So what I'm going to do right now is jump behind the screen. Just want to talk about a few extra things. Okay, so that was WP Reset. Now, as you can see, it is going to save you a ton of headaches, especially if you are a web developer and you are creating sites for clients, because what you can do is create either a snapshot or you can create a collection of a certain place on the website you want to be, and then you can go ahead and start using different customizations, and if it goes pear-shaped, you can easily go back to a previous version. Once again, if you want to check out WP Reset and their lifetime deal, I have left a link down below in the description. Go ahead and check it out. They've got thousands of positive reviews, so it is a very good deal indeed. And apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, and if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. So many great reviews and tools coming out in the near future. That's it from me. I'll see you on the next video.